Hey, it's Ryan Gillard here with eXp Realty, and in today's video, I'm way out here in the deep north central part of the city. I'm in the very popular family community of Evanston, one of the most active neighborhoods in terms of real estate sales in the entire city. I'll be taking you through one of my new listings at 971 Evanston Drive, and I'll also be taking you on a community tour of Evanston itself. I'll be going over all of the pros and cons of living in this neighborhood. So it's a blizzard out here, so let's get into it. Let's talk about living in Evanston. All right, so let's get into it here. Let's talk about the neighborhood of Evanston. So I pulled up the Calgary Real Estate Board's neighborhood map, and you can see Evanston is this section right over here. Now, as a reference, here's the Google Maps. Evanston, right over here. Calgary International Airport is this section over here. And downtown Calgary is this section right here. So this is the commercial core. And Evanston is way out here in the deep north central suburbs. And so the area itself is very popular. It's a very family-friendly neighborhood. It's very safe, and it's growing rapidly. One of the most active neighborhoods in the entire city. I went back about 1,000 days with our MLS system, and I counted about 1,200 sales. So lots of buyers moving into the area, lots of construction, lots going on. And it's just a very popular neighborhood. Evanston being pretty far out there in the suburbs, I think it's a good point to touch on some of the commuting times to some popular destinations in Calgary. So if you're living in Evanston way up here and you're working, say, downtown Calgary, I would say in the summertime with not much traffic, it's probably a 25-minute drive to get from downtown to Evanston or vice versa. As I'm filming this, it's a bit of a blizzard outside, and I live in Capitol Hill, and it took me about half an hour to get from Capitol Hill over here all the way to Evanston. But again, that's with some pretty rough traffic and some bad weather conditions. But in general, I'd say 20 to 25 minutes to get from Evanston to downtown. So next up, let's talk about the commuting distance to the airport. So Evanston's over here, the airport right here. I would say it's probably like a 15-minute drive to the airport. It's not too far. And you got some fast roads. So if you're in Evanston, I'll zoom in a little bit. This trail right here, Beddington Trail, it's quite fast. And so you can do it a couple ways. You can connect from Beddington Trail all the way to Deerfoot Trail, which is the busiest freeway, and then get off at this airport trail. Then the terminal is just over here. So not a far drive at all. There's also other roads. You could go Country Hills Boulevard and come this direction, or 96th Avenue that you see right here. Multiple ways to do it. I would probably do Beddington Trail to Deerfoot, and it's about a 15-minute drive. So not too bad at all. Again, if you're living in Evanston, you'll probably want to go to Cross Iron Mills, which is this section right over here, this yellowish section. This is one of the biggest malls in the entire country, I imagine. It's a massive mall. It's got everything in it. Even around the mall, you can see there's like casinos, there's a Costco, like hotels. There's lots of stores around this area. To get to Cross Iron Mills from Evanston, again, that's probably like 10 to 15-minute commute, so not far at all. If you're living in Evanston, you might also do a lot of shopping and business in Airdrie as well. That might be an option. Airdrie, I'm not sure the exact population, but it's becoming a big city and it has all services. And it might be easier to do some things in Airdrie versus going all the way to downtown. I'm sure many people do that. So that's one option to get to Airdrie from Evanston. Probably less than 20 minutes, I would imagine. So this road that you see right here, the 201, this is called Stony Trail. So again, Evanston's over here, Stony Trail. This is the ring road. So this is a road that you can do about 110 kilometers an hour around, and it covers the entire perimeter of the city. So it goes all the way around, all the way over here. This section is still, actually this section right here is still under construction, but you can go all the way around the city pretty much. And you have easy access to Evanston. And again, you can connect to the Cross Iron Mills, you can connect to Airdrie, you can connect to the airport. And so it's very handy. Okay, so let's talk about the immediate area now. So I pulled up the satellite view so you can see it a little better. And it's kind of a cool neighborhood in that odds are you're driving into the neighborhood this way and you're turning off on Simons Valley Parkway. It's a big hill from like right about here all the way up, maybe to about this area. So it's a giant hill. And most of the neighborhood of Evanston is actually perched on top of the hill. And you've got really stunning views of Simons Valley, which is this section over here, and the Nose Creek system, which is this meandering creek right here. So if you're curious, where I was filming my intro scene was actually right over here. And you can see from the video, there's some stunning views, like the properties that are backing onto this ridge just have epic views. So you're free to go into this whole area here. It's a pathway system. It connects over here, I believe, and it goes all the way around the neighborhood. Inside the neighborhood, you can actually see from all the green patches here. So all this green that you see all over the place, there are no shortage of paths. Like there's paths, there's school fields, there's playgrounds, there's like baseball diamond parks. If I zoom in here a little bit, you can kind of see it. A lot of the streets, they'll have these pathway systems behind the homes. And so it's just a very safe, family-friendly neighborhood that's incorporated a lot of green space into the community. Okay, moving along, let's talk about schooling. So there are 3 schools in the neighborhood that I counted. There's Our Lady of Grace School is right here in the northwest portion of the neighborhood. As you can see from the video I have playing in the background, it has a massive school field. And I believe this school is kindergarten to grade 9. And if we move over to the east, there's this school right here, St. Josephine Bakita School. Now, I might be butchering it, but I believe this one is kindergarten to grade 6. And the last school is actually in the southern region. If I zoom in, this guy right here, Kenneth D. Taylor, another pretty big, massive school field. He's also kindergarten to grade 6. So plenty of schools, plenty of play areas for the kids, and it's just a very family-friendly, very safe neighborhood. All right, so moving along, let's talk about some real estate stats and pricing now. So I went to the Calgary Real Estate Board's website and I pulled up the stats profile for Evanston, and this is what we have. So 71.8% of all properties in the neighborhood are single-family detached homes. So primarily a single-family community. And they're mostly 2-story properties, about 1,678 square feet, 3 bedrooms upstairs, built in 2012, 2 full bathrooms. So most likely it's going to be a bathroom upstairs and another bathroom in the ensuite upstairs, and 1 half bathroom on the main level, a partially finished basement. $618,500 is the benchmark price. And again, 70% of the homes in the area are single family. For semi-detached, they only account for 8% of all sales, and they have it here at the benchmark price is $570,000. I think that's a bit skewed because there's not very many homes that fit this criteria. I would say the true average is probably around $500,000. Again, there's not very many semi-detached homes. For row properties, so row is a townhouse, so they're about 1,133 square feet, 2 bedrooms, built in 2014, 2 full bathrooms, 1 half bathroom, and the average price of a townhouse is $367,100. I would say this is very accurate. Most of the townhouses selling in Evanston are between $300,000 to $400,000. So this is a very good average, $367,000. And these account for about 20% of all sales in the neighborhood. You can't really see apartment here, but there's hardly any apartment sales in Evanston. This may change because I saw some under construction, but there's hardly any apartment sales. And so that's a good quick rundown of the pricing in Evanston. Okay, so that covers Evanston. So it's a fine area, but to be fair, there are some negatives with living in the area that I think it would be good to touch on. So the first one is commuting. I personally hate commuting. So if I was living in Evanston and I had to commute to downtown every day, I think it would get old, but that's just me. Even though it's pretty far out there, it does have easy access to some pretty fast roads. So again, Stony Trail, you've got Beddington Trail, and you've got Deerfoot Trail. So that does help out. It is far out there, but you've got some really fast roads to help balance things out. One thing I don't like, if you've seen the videos I have playing in the background, is that in the suburbs, this is not just specific to Evanston, this is Calgary-wide in the suburbs, is I find all the homes look the same. And Evanston is no different. They all have a very similar look to them. And the one thing I hate about the suburbs as well, and it also applies to Evanston, is if you can't park in the driveway, there's hardly any parking. They just build the homes so close together, and parking is an issue. But those are like the minor things. It's a fine area, and there's not too much to complain about living in Evanston. All right, so I'll just give you a quick rundown of the property. So 971 Evanston Drive. This is a 2-story home built in 2011 by Broadview Homes. It was actually a former show home, about 1,676 square feet. The taxes last year were $3,099. So we've got 3 bedrooms upstairs, and we've got 3 full bathrooms and 1 half bath. So we've got the half bath on the main level. We've got a fully 4-piece ensuite. We have a 4-piece upstairs in the hallway, and we've got another full bath downstairs. Again, 1,676 square feet, fully finished basement. And again, it was a former show home with plenty of upgrades. So we've got 9-foot ceilings on the main level, under cabinet lighting in the kitchen. We've got hardwood, tile, granite throughout, air conditioning. We've got a deck, custom blinds, upgraded stainless steel appliances, 20 by 20 detached garage. We've got 42-inch maple cabinets. We've got a 48-inch quartz fireplace. There's an alarm system, surround sound system. We've got central vac, and pretty cool. The actual backyard is it's a low maintenance backyard. There's a fireplace out there, and they actually built a putting green, which is kind of neat. And again, the basement is fully finished as well. So downstairs they have a bathroom, a little play area, like a living room, an office space, and a room that could be a bedroom, but there's no window in there, so we can't classify it as that. Well, there you go, guys. That's my rundown of the Evanston area. Now, again, I am a real estate agent. I don't handle the rentals. But if you're out there watching this video, you're a buyer or a seller, you can go down into my written description, and there are 2 different links. On the buying end, you can click that link and you can search all of the properties in the Calgary area and in real time. So as soon as a property is listed, it will appear on that site. And if you're thinking of selling, you can click on that link and request a free home evaluation. All of that information will be sent to me, and I'll connect with you and we can go from there. My goal is to be making videos like this at least once a week. I'm working on a few right now. So if you like the content, please like and subscribe. And as soon as they are released, they'll be sent to you automatically. Now, if you have any questions at all, you can comment, you can text, you can call me, you can email me. All of my information is in the written description below, and I answer all inquiries that come my way. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.